Coming up in this video, we're going to be talking about how to overcome the fear about selling travel as a travel agent. Let's go. All right, everyone. My name is Jarrett-Jamal Davis from Jarrett-Jamal-Davis.com. And on this channel, I create videos on a weekly basis with tips and strategies to help you create an income online so you can live the lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. Now, let's go ahead and hop into today's topic where I'll be talking about, again, how to overcome fear about selling travel as a travel agent. And I want to start off this video by saying, listen, my hopes with creating this content for this particular video is that whether you are a beginner, you may be doing your research about becoming a travel agent from home. You may already be a travel agent from home, and there may be some concerns or fears that you actually have while on that journey. So I'm gonna be talking about a few of the most commonly feared things when it is coming to not just starting your own travel business or becoming a travel agent, but things that you actually deal with while in the travel business. So let's go ahead and get into that first fear, which is selling places that you've never been to. Now, I can understand, and I know this is a big thing, like, man, I may be brand new to the travel industry, or I may be looking at selling some destinations that I haven't been to, and you may say, well, how do I actually do something like that? You know, I've never been there. I can't really tell a customer about all of the things that they can do. And I want you to understand that the great thing about becoming a travel agent and also being a part of a host agency is the fact that you actually get access to other more experienced agents. And I want you to also understand and know that, listen, I really don't know anyone who has literally been everywhere, all over the world, experienced every single thing that there is to do in every place and every destination. So don't worry about that. You don't have to be this person who's been everywhere, done everything to sell these vacations. There is a plethora of information out there that you can get not only from doing trainings, but also networking with other agents. So one of the great things I like about the host agency that I work with is we have support groups. And within the support group, you know, you can make a post and ask some of the other agents. You know, example, you might say, well, has anyone ever been to Aruba or Spain or Dubai? You know, you can make a post like that to see what type of comments you get to see. If you can get some experience from some of those agents who have already sold in that destination or who have already been to that destination. Now, another thing you want to do is you want to watch the training webinars from the vendors. So when you become a travel agent, you're not just booking, you know, these destinations just on the normal websites that are open to the public. You now have access to vendor websites. And so with that, there are actually trainings that these vendors have on their website. And it goes so far deep in detail on the destinations that they actually sell to, the activities that are going on, how to book and use their portals and things of that nature. So you'll definitely have that information that you need once you're actually looking to go ahead and do that. And listen, you gotta take some of those trainings. You gotta take some of those trainings because the real fear when it comes to selling places you've never been, of course, is the fact that you've never been there, but it's also the education piece. So make sure you take those trainings. And one of the social media tips that I want to give you, a huge one, is you can actually do a poll on social media, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, like, if any of these platforms that you're using has a poll, whether it be a post on your normal news feed or a post in your stories, you can do a poll and ask people where they're going to take their next vacation to so you can see the answers that you're going to get. And from all of the answers that you can get, this can now help you figure out, you know, if you want to get certified in the destinations that you're getting the most answers from. So that's one of my biggest tips from when you're looking to sell places that you haven't been to. Now, another fear is not knowing which vendor to actually use when it comes to booking these vacations. And a few tips that I want to give you when it comes to not knowing which vendor that you want to use is, first of all, you want to download your vendor PDF, whether you join the host agency that I'm a part of, which the link is in the description, or whether you join another host agency. I'm pretty sure that once you get started inside of your back office where all of the trainings are, there's going to be a PDF that includes all of the top vendors that your host agency actually works with. But within this PDF, there's going to be information about all of the vendors, names, customer service numbers, websites, but there's also going to be descriptions on what type of destinations that these vendors actually book. So you will know exactly where, like if I'm using this specific vendor, where can they book this destination to? Also, you want to go through that PDF, like I'm saying, and read everything, because there's also information in there based upon the type of commission that vendor pays out. So it's a lot of great information in there. Got to do your due diligence and go ahead and read that. Also, this will help you find a supplier that you want to use. Now, if your host agency offers a section on their website where they host past vendor trainings, you definitely want to take a part of that, because you may be new, you may be just getting started, and there's trainings going on all of the time, every week, several times of the week, and you may have just got started. You may have missed something that may have been a great training. But if your host agency actually has a section on their website that when they record those trainings and they post them, you can go back and look at that. Our host agency definitely does that. So if you ever miss a training that's going on with the vendor, you can always go back and watch the replay. So again, that's a great opportunity for you to find out more information about the vendor, the type of destinations that they book, and just to get overall more training so you can use it the proper way. And then again, also listen, you got to carve out some time within your schedule. Of course, I've made a video about how to manage your time better. But again, even with that, once you even find the training, you got to carve out some time within your week, whether that's 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, and just take that training so you can get more information and learn about the vendor and the destinations that you're going to be booking. Now, another tip that I want to drop on you is, if you don't know what vendor that you want to use, or you don't even know what type of travel that you want to sell, or maybe you do, you got to look at it like, do I want to book cruises? Do I want to book all-inclusive resorts? Do I want to book Disney, et cetera, et cetera? You know, again, take the time to go through those vendors to see what they sell so you'll know which one you want to pick. And when you find a vendor that you want to pick, dive deep into them, take their trainings, go through their websites and things of that nature so you can get familiar. That way, when you're talking and handling the client, you know exactly how to use this new knowledge that you have gained so you can go ahead and book that destination for your client. And last but not least, look, again, like I said, you can go back to your support groups. You can make a post asking for suggestions on different vendors, because again, there are multiple agents out there that use different vendors. Some people create a list of the top vendors that they use. Listen, go back to your support groups and ask them, ask for, you know, more detail. Like, you have to give them the detail. You have to give them the detail on what you're looking to do, but ask them for, what's the best vendor to book Jamaica, or what's the best vendor to book Mexico or Caribbean trips. Like, they can give you that information, but you definitely have to give them the details so they'll let you know exactly where to go. Now, the next fear that is on the list is going to be, you know, something might go wrong. And I want you to understand that, listen, you have to always remember, you can't control everything that goes on that happens on a vacation. So one of the biggest things I'll tell you about this is life happens, mistakes happen, And those things are totally out of your control. So the biggest thing you can do with any vacation that you are going to sell is to make sure that your clients actually get travel insurance, because it covers so many different things that could potentially go wrong on a vacation. And you are really giving yourself and your client peace of mind when they have that travel insurance. But again, like I said, life happens, mistakes happen, and you can't control everything. So don't let this be a fear that holds you back from either getting started in the travel industry or even booking a vacation for a client, because travel insurance is out there, but you got to make sure you educate your customers and let them know that this is something that they need to get. And also, another thing I want to point out is what people have to understand about becoming a travel agent is you're basically a glorified problem solver. You're a glorified problem solver, and you have to understand that you're gonna have to be resourceful if something actually does come up. Be resourceful. You might contact your host agency. You might contact other agents because things may go wrong. Someone may have already ran into that issue and they know how to resolve it. But you have to learn to be a problem solver, because most of the issues that have come up, someone else may have already have some experience with them. Now, another fear is going to be talking to people who already booked their own vacations. They're already experienced in booking their own vacations. And you might just have this fear of talking to them because they may not want to book with you, or they don't even know what's the benefit of booking with you. But what I want you to understand about this is, whether you are a new travel agent, maybe you're a seasoned travel agent, maybe you're just thinking about becoming a travel agent, you just don't understand the value of being an agent and the value that you can bring what you do. That is why I harp on and always say education is key when you become a travel agent. I do understand before a lot of people become travel agents, they've already been booking their destinations on various websites and they think they know everything about the industry. But it's just one of those things where you just don't know what you don't know. And becoming a travel agent is definitely key. When I say getting as much education as possible will help you in the long run. So just remember, being a travel agent is a profession just like anything else. And professionals do what? They get education and they get training so that they can be knowledgeable about the products and services that they have to offer. So, I want you to understand that people used to go to school to become a travel agent. They used to go to university to get 2-year degrees, 4-year degrees. But of course, it's 2023 now. So much information is going online. So much information is now more accessible. And what I love about the host agency that I'm a part of is, instead of having to go to a 2-year, 4-year college degree, once you get started, they have all of that information with the host agency. They're always doing ongoing trainings and seminars because they're always geared towards helping you become a better travel agent, more certified, getting more information, more certifications to book the destinations for these clients, and of course, run a successful travel business. So whether you want to learn new skills or whether you want to learn how to grow your business, always remember, when it comes to being a travel agent, you're always constantly going to be learning new information. I mean, just look at what happened in the past year. Like, none of us could have known or planned for the pandemic. But again, becoming a travel agent, there is so much information that you get access to, from new rules and regulations that we have to abide by. And so that's why I say education is key. And again, you have to understand, when talking to new people or talking to people who already booked their own vacations, listen, you will always have more information, you see, because a big thing I want you to understand is the public doesn't have access to all of the vendors. There are some vendors that we work with that don't even work with the public. They only work with travel agencies, travel agents, and host agencies. So definitely you have a one up when it comes to talking to new people. And again, it's all about education. You're educating clients on why they should be using you and your services. And again, hey, another good tip that you can always talk to somebody about is it's free. It doesn't cost them any more to actually book with you than it does to do these websites. But you as a travel agent will also be taking the headache out of all of that work that they're trying to do just to get to a wonderful destination that they're going to love and enjoy. And listen, you got to reiterate and you got to know that you're not just planning a vacation for someone. You are putting together an experience that they're going to remember for years to come. So listen, put your chest up. Put your chest up, man. Because when you become an experienced travel agent, listen, there's so much more out there that you can help your clients with. And now, the next fear on the list is going to be the fear about checking in with clients who have arrived. Now, I've seen this before, and different agents do it differently. But, when you have clients actually going out on vacations, some travel agents actually call their clients at the airport, or some travel agents actually look at the flights going out, look at the weather patterns and things of that nature, because, sometimes we don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes there are flight delays, weather and all of those things. But another good tip about the fear about like checking in with clients is like just really staying on top of your game. Staying on top of your game. If you know you've booked a vacation for a client and you may see that there's bad weather or something going on, or there may be flight delays, you want to check in with your client, see how things are going, and you may find out about a flight delay or something going on, and you may be able to hop right on that, start talking to customer service to see if there's something that you actually can do for the client. So don't have that fear with checking in, because ultimately it lets the customer know that you care. You didn't just book a trip and it was a transaction. You actually care about them. And again, you might run into something like when a client actually makes it to a destination. They may make it to a hotel or something like that, and it wasn't what they were expecting. They made it to the hotel. They may have paid and wanted an ocean view, or they wanted a view of the beach, and they get there and it's this big palm tree in the way. And listen, I'm not gonna say you're gonna call somebody and they're gonna cut the tree down and get it out of the way of the client, but listen, you again as a travel agent are a professional problem solver. So if you contact the client, they might have an issue with the room. Listen, put them at ease. Tell them, listen, go out there, enjoy the beach, enjoy some food. Let them know you're going to talk to customer service and see what you can do. Once they've gone on, listen, contact customer service. See if it's something that you can do. See if it's another room that they can be moved to, because I'm telling you, your client will definitely appreciate this, and ultimately they'll enjoy their vacation to the fullest. But listen, I also want you to know that watching this video, listening to these tips, even with all of the tips that I've given you today, this is not going to be the end all be all of you overcoming that fear. You actually have to put these things into play. Like, you actually have to practice these things, and eventually through repetitive action, you will start overcoming that fear. Listen, if you have any fears that I didn't discuss, or if you have any tips that you can give someone, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And other than that, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more tips when it comes to becoming a travel agent and just the world of travel in general. And other than that, I hope you take care, take charge, and I will see you in the next